Okay, we're gonna try this again. So I fixed everything. I'm gonna test the audio really quick there. My sincerest apologies. So let's see if this plays.
Yep.
Thank you, Chance. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So to give you a perspective, this song has a 51, so one of the highest rated songs on here. Wow. This is bad already to start off, and I have an hour and 17 minutes of this. Very typical John Legend feature. It's honestly not that bad, but I know when Chance shows up, it's just all gonna fall apart. Because I don't know if you heard the first verse. But man, here we go again. Oh my gosh. So, Chance has a very unique voice. And when you use it correctly, um, it can sound really endearing. It could sound really, I don't know what wholesome's the right word, but it can sound just really unique. It sounds really like wholesome and heartwarming and endearing. It makes the personality of Chance the Rapper really show up. But when you take it to the furthest depths of going so high in the register, so high in your vocals, it can become like nails on a fucking chalkboard. I'm just gonna play that again. So there it is again. I hate that I'm bobbing my head, but it's got a groove to it, so I can understand why this song has like a 51. Like, it's not bad. It does have a vibe, it does have a mood, but Chance is it sounds way too high. Like, his vocals are just way too high, and I'm kind of used to the kind of more all corny sounding, I know, but the acid and the kind of more fluid sound of Chance the Rapper. So this is a jarring transition, especially when you consider Cullingbrooke where we came from. Yeah, it's not terrible. Like, it's not terrible. It's definitely wedding vibes. I'll say that much. It definitely sounds like the cover. I'm also used to John Legend's more kind of syrupy vocals too, especially on his like albums. So him being on this kind of really bombastic and very peppy sound is a little bit jarring to me as well. But it's honestly not bad. So I'll pause it. So honestly, All Day Long is honestly it's not that bad. All Day Long has the best part of it is definitely the instrumental. It does sound lively, it does sound peppy, it does get the album going on a good start, and you can definitely tell where Chance is going sonically. With this album being a lot more vibrant, being a lot more positive, being a lot more exuberant in its sound. But the big problem is that Chance is either doing too much with his vocals or trying to really push the vibe onto you. And what I mean by that is like the vocals are so high and the rapping is really fast. So he's trying to get you engaged into the song, but he is using his vocals in such a way where it doesn't become endearing, it becomes very grating on your ears. And with an hour and 17 minutes of material for this thing, I really don't know how you're going to really keep this consistent as well as keeping yourself kind of honed back in, especially considering I know how bad this record gets. So the start of this album, all day long, if I was to give it a rating out of a 10, so it got a rating of a 51. Honestly, that's fair. I probably would give it like a 4 or a 5 out of 10. It's honestly not that bad. But now we move on to Do You Remember, which has Ben Gibbard from Def Cab for Cutie. I do remember liking this song, but we'll see what happens. So this is Do You Remember? Some songs I'll probably have to turn up. I do remember liking this song. Watch me like this record at the end of the day. Although an hour and 17-minute long album is going to be very hard to like the whole way through.
I remember the summer Lil Channel got a hold of his household.
The Wi-Fi is not great down here. I will let you know that. So
niggas is altos. First album, every track could be the outro. Velcro, the shell toes, things that we will outgrow. Used to rock South Pole, summers taking the 6 bus to South Show. Never sold out, but now we outsold. That was the summer I learned I love the great outdoors. Learn you get the fans if you can't keep your mouth closed. That summer left a couple marks like Groucho. That halo could turn hollow depending how low. That summer left a couple tan lines.
This is good. I like this. It's not that bad. It sounds like Coloring Book. That's probably why I like it. Yeah, I do remember liking this hook. Yeah, I'm surprised. I actually like this a fair amount. It's Chance's verse was very heartfelt. It's not pushing it too far to the point where it gets grating. The hook is nice on the ears, and it just sounds like a coloring book song. And I really like coloring books, so I honestly don't mind this.
I remember the last summer of the teens. I can't recall too many summers in between.
And you can hear the kind of the wedding kind of things going on, because now I haven't heard this before, but now I hear organs, which is really a nice touch, and it's really kind of accenting the sound of this thing, which I'm pleasantly surprised by this song so far. I'm 27 today, so that it's almost like it's destiny that this is happening right now. How when you were younger, sun doesn't last forever. It's a good chorus. And you hear the horns. Yep. So overall, I really like Do You Remember? As it kind of ends off here. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by that. This is definitely the sound the album was going for. This is its best foot forward. So you do get the sounds of the organ, you get the trumpets, you do get the very just kind of wholesome and heartwarming kind of chorus. Ben Giver does actually fit quite well singing on the chorus. And Chance's verse is actually pretty heartfelt, it's pretty sincere, and he does reserve himself when it comes to the kind of scratchier, kind of squeakier kind of sounds that he can sometimes do with his voice. Again, it just sounds like a coloring book song, a coloring book leftover, but it does have the heart, it has the sincerity, and it has this song definitely, if you were to describe the album's sound and concept, I would show you this song as the best example of what this album honestly could have been. And it's honestly not bad at all. So that song, Do You Remember, had a 58. So if I'm not mistaken, that is the highest rated song on this album. It is, and for good reason. And for me, I'm honestly going to give that like an 8 out of 10. That's honestly not bad at all. And I may honestly return to that song upon further listening if I ever do that. So so now we move on to something that I'm not totally familiar with, which is Eternal with Smino. And I love Smino. Smino is one of my favorite artists, as I said on the previous little cut that I had. But we're going into Eternal, and then we get into Hot Shower, which I have not heard in years. So we are now moving on to Eternal. I'll just let Do You Remember play through. So now we move on to Eternal, which I believe is at a 49%. So another one that's kind of in the medium tier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very burgundy today, I just realized. RIP Coyotes, by the way. That thing is a disaster.
Side niggas can't step like this. Side niggas can't stand like this. Yeah. You know what time it is. What you know about this before your time. I used to two-step in the 019. I always been fine, this is not new wine. I just happen to find a way to live my whole life in my prime. Side niggas don't look this good, can't cook this good, can't fuck this good, can't get right. You send him to the store and forget that he left. You send me to the store, I come back with a chef. I come back out of breath. While your side nigga sitting at the club with a booty on his chin like a clef. I don't ever want two, that's the same as the next. I make the three more famous than Steph. No cap, that's a roundhouse pick to a Jameson's.
I made the three more famous than Steph is a good line. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty decent line. Oh no, wait a minute. So, I remember the Fantana review, which is probably the most famous part of this whole album. And there was a line or a little thing, a little aside that I thought was a joke. That Fantano said, "You can't take out splinters." I had no idea that is an actual line in this song. Jeez, that is really bad. And I just complimented the 3 line to Steph Curry. Oh, that's a bad line. Wait, I'm going to just, I need to hear that just one more time. What in the world are you doing with the lyrics of this thing?
So side chicks can't take out splinters. Side chicks make they Kool-Aid with splendor. Side chicks can't come to
that is real. Wow, I had no idea that line was real.
To buy more things that they hid in the couch. Don't you know that side niggas can't cop no Tesla? Pull up in a ring like wrestlers. Pop out at the soccer game with the VVS's and a bunch of snacks. Model X Falcon backseat doing jumping jacks. 21.9, I wanted one of a kind. 2020, I'ma be ahead of my time. 20,000 days, the biggest fish in the pond. But if you never go fishing, it's something you never find. We can be eternal.
So far, the choruses have actually been pretty decent. And again, he's not pushing his vocals to the point where it becomes grating. Thank goodness.
Slow motion, so I had to see. Before you start, fill my glass, wipe my glasses. I love a passion, oh, I drank a passion fruit. I'm running through your organs like when I pass the hoop. I wanna pass the ball, I don't pass the ball. I'm Kobe, baby, I ate it up. I ate almost, you looking like a plate on lunch.
Smino's verse is kind of sleepy. It's mostly because I love his material on Love for Rent. Love for Rent is probably his best album, and he is rapping on that album. So this kind of sounds a little bit more syrupy, and it's a little bit too slow. On Black Swan, it works, but something like this, I think, is just a little bit too kind of, almost like too kind of toned back. But at the same time, it's almost a little bit like too vibrant and poppy for Smino's vocals. It's still not absolutely terrible, but this is the weakest song so far. Actually, I don't know. All Day Long has some really bad lines and bad vocal performances. Maybe All Day Long is the worst one so far, which I gave that a 5. So we went from a 5 to an 8. Man, there's some songs in here that are 5 minutes long. I don't know how you go that far with this thing. So that was Eternal. So Eternal has the problem that All Day Long had, where it has some really bad lines. The splinter bar is absolutely disgusting. I hate every moment of that in my body. And Smino sounds very sleepy. And again, you can get Smino to work on some songs, and if you get him on the right production with that kind of vocal performance, it sounds really nice on the ears. It sounds very soothing. It sounds very smooth. It feels like silk. But this one here, it does not juxtapose or kind of coincide well with each other. It gets to the point where it just becomes very sleepy, especially considering that it's not like the most poppy thing that I've heard, but it sounds very poppy for Smino, especially in this point in time where he was very much in that kind of syrupy R&B kind of hip hop blend kind of bag. So now we move on to Hot Shower. So Hot Shower, with the score, has a 37, which is honestly not the worst thing in the world. Eternal, I probably would give a 4. It's probably, I don't know. I'd probably give it a 5 as well, because there is some parts that I do like. I think Chance does still provide a good vocal performance, like he's not blowing his brains out trying to squeal. But it's still a very much just kind of meh track, with some parts that are good and some parts that are very much not. And then we get Hot Shower, which I feel like I may like it for stupid reasons, because it's floated around for so long that we know how bad this track is, and it's almost like a Soul Train kind of territory where it's so bad it's good. So we're gonna try this again. Here it goes. Also, the beat is absolutely terrible. It's so.
I got muscles like Superman trainer. Real rare like.
And it's so sad because Maiden TYO on this thing, and he has moved on to so many greater things, and then what in the world this is.
Switched up pattern, smoking on some shatter, got me higher than a ladder. Thanks, I'm flatter, my baby mama batter.
That's where it's the line, the vocals are getting terrible.
Jumping out the grease, it's a whole lot of debris. About to come, about to flee, please. I don't wanna hear a beat.
All the skirt.
Hot damn, hot water, hot shower. Hot Atlanta smoking green cauliflower. Tangerine, yeah, I call it sweet and sour. And my lawyer says
I think it's where he goes, dude. Wow.
I was looking at Doug like, dude, that shit don't even make no fucking sense. Like having fucking arguments for paying 50 extra cents for barbecue.
Oh my goodness, that's so bad. It's getting worse. It's worse than I thought. Drop me some new. So I think Made in TYO comes up next. I think basically it starts at a 1, it goes to a 3, and then DaBaby does bring a good performance. That's what I remember.
I just made a job and she tryna spend a night. Her they need more, yeah, my jeans Dior. Shawty got cake if you tryna eat more.
The beat is not doing any favors. Like, it is so basic.
Second round, I'm tryna speed more. Going stupid, going crazy.
But Made in TYO was very much in that Uber everywhere still kind of vibe. He has moved on to much greater things. I'm thinking now of Yokohama with Groceries. This kind of reminds me of Groceries, but this is a lot worse. A very boring verse, I'll be brutally honest. How is this song 4 minutes long?
Hot damn hot water, hot shower. Hot Atlanta smoking green cauliflower. Tangerine, yeah, I call it sweet and sour.
Why am I dancing like this? Hey, I got water. I didn't realize I had water here.
Think I got a new lawsuit. I need to come see. What's that? I got a new whip. You know what a car do? Turn your bitch to an eat. She said we don't got enough room to get freaky in here because it's just seed. Am I still considered a trick if I get her a hoopty and buy me a beam? I had a new case, but the judge had to throw it out. My lawyer beat it like team.
It's all about energy, especially with a beat that is so simplistic and basic. You need energy like this. That's why DaBaby kind of carries the song, but it's almost too little, too late. I can't believe this is going to show up on my Last FM, showing that I've been listening to this thing, which is going to be very fun to explain to people.
Well, at least, like, you know, that's what they made me feel like. Why they make me feel like that? I don't know. I mean, it's America, right? Hot damn hot water, hot shower.
This song is a mess, but kind of a goofy, fun kind of mess. It's still really bad, though. Like, don't get it twisted. This song is still really bad. Okay, so that was Hot Shower. We've heard this song before. What was the rating of that? It was like a 37 or something like that. 37. Honestly, a 3 out of 10 is probably what I'm going to give it. It starts off absolutely shitty with the Chance the Rapper. Really starting off on the worst foot possible, especially when you get into the second portion of the verse where it's just screaming, it's wailing, it is squeaking, it is absolutely atrocious to listen to. Made in TYO gives a very Made in TYO performance, especially when it comes to 2017 to 2019 era that he was in. It is very boring, and it really just becomes really sludgy and just kind of becomes uninteresting. And then DaBaby picks up the pace and makes the song at least a little bit interesting to close off a song that is absolutely garbage still. The more that I'm thinking about it, listening to it, the more that I realize that even to enjoy it as a fun thing, it honestly is pretty hard. This is probably the worst song on the album so far, and I give that a 3 out of 10. So it's pretty bad. I remember We Go High, which is up next, has the line, the one living true God, you make us booyah. So praise the Lord. That's a terrible line, but here we go.
Yeah.
But I remember the beat of this being absolutely beautiful, and you can hear it of how beautiful this can sound. Like, this is beautiful to start off.
My baby mama went celibate. Lies on my breath, she said she couldn't take the smell of it. Tired of the rumors, every room had an elephant. Trying to find her shoes, rummaging through the skeletons. She took away sex, took me out of my element. I tried to do the
I am
single
now
dad mingle dance.
just becoming a hermit for whatever this is.
Wrinkle pants. You could fall much faster than you think you can. Big hands for my ring, I'ma need a Pringles can. I just want to shine back like an Eagles fan. My ego like, oh damn, there he go praying again, the same old thing. I mean, I ain't gonna promise that the pain go away. And you can take your sweet time, but she ain't gonna wait. Cause a new coat of paint don't make the stain go away, but he go high.
Yeah, this beat's so nice.
And we go high.
Who produced this? Like, this is some really good.
We go high.
Oh my, don't do that. Don't do that again. That's, oh wow, that's really bad. So a few credits.
My wife
Who
nanny like
produced
Fran
this?
Drescher. 3 damn Grammys,
Ben
my granny
Lusher,
like no
Peter
pressure.
Cottontail,
So much style,
Dixon,
my
Nico
stylist got no
Seagal,
dresser.
which is
Fuck
part of the
going straight
social
to the
experiment.
pros, I'm professor.
This is a
Fuck being one of the
really
goats, I'm
good
goat
instrumental.
tanks. Tried to try that with my girl, she no thanks. Dropped the bomb, I couldn't find her, Tom Hanks. Got me pressed trying to find Devon.
All good, Marcus, all good. This is more of a test stream than anything. I'm probably gonna be doing this tomorrow as well.
They don't take teenage angst at no banks. Try some new hues like Langston gon' paint. You gotta come harder than that.
This album's been a roller coaster because All Day Long was eh. Do You Remember is honestly pretty good. Eternal was eh. Hot Shower was absolute terrible. But We Go High is a really decent song here too. Singing's not bad either. You can hear those horns coming back too. You can hear like the wedding kind of atmosphere just kind of flourishing just in tiny little bits, especially in the production, which is a nice kind of touch. I think the booyah, there's the booyah line, here it comes. Oh, throw up the woo too, that's... What's good, everybody? Flu shot. This song shouldn't have been 5 minutes long because it makes all the lines bring down the song that much more as you listen to it.
I guarantee it. This the part of my life, my lifetime movie probably bout. When they come to jump aboard, I won't ollie out. I too was once a snotty nose with a potty mouth. One day you get one oak that popped out, and popping out don't seem as popular as just passing out. What time get rationed out, you get rationed out. Folks become
amongst all of the absolutely terrible lines, there is a good amount of honesty and sincerity in this song and in this album. But the bad lines really stand out, and that's all I'm thinking about.
Well, I got an extender with a long nose like Phineas. Kids proud like Penny is. BB and CC, I need like 20 twins. Got her in my family like Indian. Feel it in your gut like when you uppercut Balchinians. Speaking of guts,
Balchinians, okay, bro.
I don't have to teach you a lecture about how sex works. I found out diamonds make pressure. I used to dive head.
He really did love his wife.
It's true, God, this union was.
Which is funny because this song is about him being, I think he was cheating on his wife at a portion of time, and I think this song is about that in a way. This instrumental is so good, and I don't know why you would waste it. But this song kind of is just sitting in the middle ground at this point. So that's We Go High. So another song that is very much, it has its very good qualities, but again, the writing is where it really falters, and especially too, where he sings the higher part towards kind of the beginning portion of the song, kind of like the second half or the second quarter. It sounds absolutely atrocious. And now we move on to I Got You Always and Forever, which disappointingly features Ari Lennox, which I am incredibly disappointed that she is on here. Not her fault, but I'm just sad that she had to stoop this low to go onto this thing. This song is almost 5 minutes long, by the way. So I Got You Always and Forever has a score of a 45, so it's not bad, but then you get to Photo Op skit afterwards, which has a 20%. So I Got You Always and Forever featuring In Vogue, Ari Lennox, and Kiara Sheard. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but here we go.
You got me. I don't care what people might say.
It's the girls' night out, guys.
You know
It's time for us to stay back home. Oh my goodness. This reminds me of being in 2004. Not like I lived this life, but it gives me 2004 driving in a Mazda Miata convertible, and you're driving down the boulevard like at 9 p.m. just going to the bars. It sounds like some kind of terrible rom-com. The always refrain is nice though. It's kind of saving a little bit. It's trying to go into that house direction that I know there was a song on Coloring Book that went into that hip house direction. But there's so many vocal edits going all over the place. There's this singing that's going on. There is a lot happening. How do you choose the worst ways to come onto these songs? Like, how do you choose the way to get on these things? Oh, that 1-9 love? That's... I don't know how you deliver these lines and think, man, that's hard. That's fire as hell. Oh. I don't think I gave We Go High a score. I think I'll give that a 4 or 5. I'll give it a 4 because the lines just stand out like sore thumbs. The refrain of Always is the best part of the song. It just sounds really nice, but it's mixed in with a bunch of things going on all at once. There's these fast lines, or these fast little bits of the song that just don't make sense. Like, it feels like you're going way too hard on the song like this. Oh. There's some sour, like, vocal passages on here. Like, jeez. I have a feeling that's Ari Lennox. And she sounds good on here, I will admit. Chance is always finding a way to make this sound really bad on his own. Like, the album is bad, all because of Chance. It's all Chance's fault, and the way that he approached this album vocally. That's the biggest problem this album has. This part's nice too. But it sounds straight out of 2004. It kind of reminds me of Sister Act with Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, so that is I Got You Always and Forever. It's a mess. The biggest problem is there's just too much happening all at once. Chance is picking the worst vocal lines to go through and vocal registers. He's picking the worst ways to approach this. There's also parts of the song where he is rapping way too fast, and it just makes the song a very jarring and hard experience to live through. And it's almost 5 minutes long. This song is like a 2 out of 10. This song is absolute cheeks. I hate it. So now we move on to Photo Op Skit, which has a score of a 20. And then we're getting close to the big day, the title track, which is going to be my favorite part. So here's Photo Ops, the skit, and here we go. Work, damn it, work. Okay.
Watch out.
I don't know if I give scores to skits unless they're absolute shit, but
Yeah. Woo! Y'all look great. Why y'all stop? Don't quit on the count of me. This picture be developed in 2 or 3 minutes. Go ahead. You got your shirt all wrinkled, and your eye is fucked up. Damn.
okay, maybe I can rate this because this is really bad already.
This isn't how I pictured this day. Your boy sure love to fight. All the time. All you do is fight, fight, fight. What you fighting over now? Money? Man, shut up. Ain't nobody asked you nothing, fat boy.
Oh my gosh.
These two are brothers. Your family. This isn't what family looks like. Now, I came here to get a photo of my boys on their big day. Now, we can wait for this picture to develop and remember today looking like this, or we can go out and try this again. Go fix yourselves up. Fat boy, move in, somebody can try to put their arm around you. Come on, everyone.
So that was the photo op skit. It wasn't absolutely trash. But if it's trying to get the aspect of the big day of the wedding, I don't know if it really does all that well. It's just kind of, it sounds more like a family skit on like a Disney Channel show. But it's after dark, so you have to swear on it. I don't know if I give scores to skits. I guess I give that a 3. Let's just move on to Rue, which has Taylor Bennett, which I know is more of a rapping song on here. So we're moving to Rue with Taylor Bennett and Coco Rosie, whoever the hell that is. So to give you an idea of where we are, I am on track 8. Track 8 of 22. We are not out of the woods in the slightest.
It was all us crammed in the house. Back when my dad was the man of the house. A lot of dads left, they abandoned the house.
This is weird too because photo op skit and this song makes sense. I just looked over on my speaker.
We come in peace, but we don't come in pieces. We on some tag team WWE shit. We look just like the prestigious.
Wow. Why do you go this high in your vocals? But this song does not belong on an album, a wedding album called The Big Day. It doesn't make any sense on here. And the song's not bad, besides the terrible shit that Chance just did. Holy shit, that was bad. I see Shawn Mendes. Gives me PTSD of top 100 radio stations.
Go to work on them.
Who the hell is Coco Rosie, by the way? I have no idea who the hell she is.
It's a lot more crammed in the house. Back when Chance was the man of the house. Baseball bats that they ran in the house. We from out south like birds in the clouds. When I was 11, heard my homie dad die. The shit deeper than music, I got PTS for life. So
no, this wouldn't fit in any of his albums. It's almost too dark for Chance. Like, it sounds too gritty for Chance. Like, it sounds really strange. Like, do you remember We Go High? Definitely sound like Chance songs. You can definitely see them kind of existing on Coloring Book in some context. Rue makes no sense. Taylor Bennett brings a good performance, I'm not gonna lie.
free Dirk in them. We was inside with a curfew then. What's five without Earth and win? And what's a fight when it's worth to win, y'all?
Not a bad feature. But I don't know who the hell Coco Rosie is, but she did not sound good. I'm brutally honest. So Rue again has moments like Taylor Bennett's performance that are decent. but that's as far as it goes. It's the highest the song can reach is like a 4, but the lowest it can go is about a 1, and it's all because of Chance again. It's all down to Chance's vocals. That's all it's down to. Not to mention the song makes no sense in the context of what this album even is. It just doesn't make any sense. Also, Coco Rosie is singing in the weirdest way possible. It kind of reminds me of the Madonna feature on Quavo Huncho, where it just sounds so out of place. It sounds so wacky and so goofy and stupid that it just doesn't make any sense on a song called Rue that's a lot more sentimental, a lot more serious, and a lot more kind of, I guess, gritty in its sound. Which, me saying gritty in the context of the big day should not make any sense at all. So that song is a 2. That song is absolute shit. And I think we're about to reach our first 1 out of 10, which is the big day, the title track, and it features Francis and the Lights, who I used to like. I used to like Francis and the Lights, but man, does he sound like trying to relive the 80s. It sounds like Peter Gabriel type shit. But here we go. This song is 4 minutes long, by the way. Again, we're back in the 4 minutes. I remember the hook on this too. So, oh my god, I think it's the greatest. Welcome to Toy Story, guys. It's Toy Story 7.
Oh my god, it's the greatest
Day of my life.
So glad you arrived. But the only way to survive is to
I'm gonna have to turn it up because, man, he's just whispering, but I know he's gonna start screaming his brains out.
The only way to survive is to go crazy.
What's good, everybody? Oh, here we go. There's the drums. Welcome to Banjo-Kazooie ass-type drums. The album does not have a direction. I have no idea where it's going.
Oh my god,
I think it's the greatest day of my life. It's so funny because I know exactly what's coming up. Once the song completely cuts out, it's gonna. I may have to turn it down. What in the actual fuck is this? Are we in the Lion King? Like, what the hell are we doing? This isn't like Lion King. This is like Lion King Simba's Pride, which is not bad, but man, this is not good. My goodness, that's so bad. I'm waiting for it to just lose its mind. I don't know if you guys have heard how bad this gets, but I think it's coming up now. Here it is. He's still screaming. What are you doing, bro? So, I thought the screaming was Chance. For the longest time, I had no idea it was Francis and the Lights. He is the whitest person alive, just to let you know. But, wow. That's a lot worse than I remember it was. I didn't even remember the Lion King on Zootie's part. I didn't even remember that part. But the way it just went from absolutely screeching your brains out to the, oh my god, is beautiful. It's high art, definitely. This is Death Grips at a Pentecostal service. And the spirit of the devil comes over you. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I Oh, I was gonna do 1 out of 10, and I believe that is a 1 out of 10. Listening to First Night from the Lyrical Lemonade album for the first time was an experience. Yeah, it definitely was. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. I have to pause that for a minute just to collect myself. So that is a 1 out of 10. Chance's worst song by an absolute mile. One of the worst songs that Chance has ever released. There's so much wrong with it. There's so much wrong with it. It goes from this really just kind of goofy kind of love song to this experimental African acid jazz experience to some white guy screaming his brains out and having just an absolute breakdown, like an absolute mental breakdown, and then it transitions back into the lovey-dovey, just Coco Melon type beat, just lovey-dovey song. That is a 1 out of 10. That is terrible. Now we move on. Let's Go on a Run, which I know also has a terrible vocal chorus from Chance the Rapper. It's really bad. So Rue had a 37. The Big Day had a 28. Now, to give you an idea of the next song, Let's Go on the Run is rated worse at a 26. That's not even the worst song on the album. There's this one on here that has a 19 and one that has an 18, but they're skits. So I don't know really to count those. But I'm just going to give you an idea. So Let's Go on the Run is the next song. It has Knox Fortune, who was also on Coloring Book. I'm trying to remember what song that that Knox Fortune was on. It was more of the hip house kind of song that it did go over a lot better on Coloring Book. But this one here, you'll hear the chorus and you'll understand that it does not work on this thing. Also, do you remember this album is about a wedding? I don't remember. I just heard The Big Day, and
Hey there, lovely sister, won't you come home to your mister? I've got plans to hug and kiss ya. I've got
welcome to
plans
Lifetime
hug
TV.
and hug you.
Yes, all night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It sounds like the guy from Vampire Weekend just degraded himself. You hear the beat though, like the beat's not bad. Why is he doing that? Ah! This is not the song to do that on. Oh no. There is after a shit ton of cough drums. I totally agree. Like, what the hell did you just do to your vocals to do that? Like this, without Chance, this song just sounds just, eh. But it's just it's the shit sitting on top of it that's Chance the Rapper that makes. There it goes. It just makes it sound worse. Like, shut up. Like, stop singing like that. Just pull a cutty and do some coming at me, bruh. That's, bruh. Let's go on the ride. This album is getting fun in the worst way possible, and it's also 1:26 and I'm tired as hell. Oh, now we're in oh, let's get low. Let's go. You gotta get the head nod. This is where it gets serious. The ooh does not help it trying to go hard. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do here. It's not as bad as the Big Day song, but it's also another 1 out of 10. Like, this song is easily another 1. Like that, it's not as bad as the Big Day, but that's not saying much. And now we're just in a drum breakdown. So yeah, Let's Go on a Run is another 1 out of 10. It was pretty bad. Chance does all the heavy lifting of shit. So let's move on to Handsome, which I do believe is actually a decent song on here. Megan Thee Stallion does provide a good performance, if I remember correctly. And the beat's nice. So after... Man, I had to scroll through this really quick. The last song that we had that was good, or at least listenable, was We Go High. And that was track 5. We are on track 11. It even points here, there's still parts that are bad. This doesn't sound like a Chance song though. Like it does not belong on this album. It would make sense as a single. What? Yeah, it does have the Smino kind of vibe too, for sure. Smino would sound a lot better than Chance on this. That is 100% for sure. I'm just waiting for Megan to show up because now it's just become background noise to me at this point. It's not absolutely terrible though. Ain't nobody around me can hide nothing. Baby, you look good, you look pretty. I know why you stop fucking with me. It's a lot of bomb in the city. Also, it's nice that this song is only like 3 minutes long, because 4 minutes of Chance just, man, I can't do it. Bad bitch with a lot of options. After me, it's really hard to talk. She don't suck it sloppy. She don't like to ride it. She don't lick the ball. She ain't really wifey. How that talking shit. You know that excite me. And I know that mean you love me when you. There we go. And I know you need some pussy when you argue and we fight. Don't you put them in our business. If we beef it, keep it private. Baby, you look good. You look handsome. Rich nigga, put that. Even the singing is better than Chance. And Megan's not really a singer. So you know I got my bands up. Baby, I look good, I look handsome. Somebody gonna take me for ransom. Everybody around me was dancing. Ain't nobody around me can hide nothing. Baby, you look good, you look pretty. I know why you stop fucking with me. Yeah, this song's pretty decent. There's times left in this guy. I think it's pretty much almost done. You may also have an appearance from my cat. Just letting you know, she is walking over here right now. So Handsome was honestly not bad. I probably would give it like a 6 or a 7. Chance does have some problems where vocally he sounds really bad. But Megan does come back around, and she does provide a very good, energetic, and fun performance, which is what you need in a song. It's a little bit peppier, a little bit more energetic. It does help. So Megan definitely helps the song 100%. And I remember Big Fish, which is the next song coming up, also is pretty decent. And I think Gucci Mane does a lot of the heavy lifting there as well. So Big Fish is next. Why are you meowing at me?
This shit fit me like a damn glove.
You want to listen to The Big Day? Come here. Okay, you're gonna listen to The Big Day with me.
Ain't no love in hip hop, that ain't no keeping up with the Bennett. Ain't no diamonds in the chain, but it's independent. I only own fish bowls, but my rental's tenant.
Can you put your tail down at least? And now you leave. Okay, whatever, dude. Whatever.
I'm a force in the field, I never take
I'll turn this up a little bit too.
Cause niggas wanna act fake satanic. And
there we go.
Get straight frantic. They boardrooms look like 8 Channing Tatum's and a Peyton Manning. And they all been married, they celebrate anniversaries and nurseries and try to play Santa. But they don't sell marriage no more. Guess being all alone ain't so scary.
Again, like the song's decent, but it just doesn't make any sense on this album.
Like a fairy no more. But I swear my story just like Big Fish. I seen O's, I was always just like which. One day, big catch, hit the bait and switch. I was on a line.
Oh, there's still parts. Why? And now he moves up to the higher register again. I was on a line. Yeah. Yeah, Gucci saves it. Thank God. The next song has Shawn Mendes. And I remember this song. I remember that song sounds terrible too. Okay, so I'm just going for the ratings of these songs again. So Handsome had 34, which is quite surprising. Big Fish has 32, which is also surprising. Oh, the feature's already over. Okay, that wasn't long at all. But Ballin' and Flossin', the next song that comes up, as a 26. So we're back into the shitter with this one. I should juxtapose and do a stream of a good album next time. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah, Shawn Mendes was on this album. I have no idea why Chance thought this was a good idea. But then again, he got Ben Gibbard from Def Cab for Cutie on here. I completely didn't realize how short Gucci Mane's verse is. Because if Gucci Mane's verse was longer, I think the song would have done a lot better because of that. But with it being so short, it kind of doesn't bring the song to where it's redeemable. Chance on the chorus, once again, finds a way to screw it up. And that's the main part of this album. The main critique that I have is that Chance is finding ways, and he's trying really hard to find ways to make his vocals sound absolutely terrible. And the beats now are getting to the point where, because at the beginning of this album, you did have the organs, you did have the trumpets, you did have the feeling that this was a little bit more of a wedding, or a little bit more kind of like a homecoming kind of album, I guess, where it does sound a little bit warmer, it does sound a little bit more wholesome in a sense. But when you have songs like The Big Day, you have songs like Rue, you have songs like Handsome, you have songs like Big Fish, the cohesiveness of the sound and also of the lyrical content is now completely lost. So I don't know what we're doing here going into track 13, which is called Ballin' and Flossin' with Shawn Mendes. So let's just get into that part. Here we go. I think we're going back to Hip House, which is the worst part of Chance's bag. Yeah, I know this is gonna be bad. Welcome to JCPenney, or H&M, wherever you shop. You can get 2 teas for $5. If you go to Old Navy, you can get like 5 pairs of underwear for 50 cents or something like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is what I call retail core. This is what I call retail core. There's retail rock, there's retail pop, retail core, whatever you want to call it. This is it. Don't bob your head. Don't bob your head. Don't do that. Here, I'll turn it up so you can hear Shawn Mendes. Every genre has a retail subgenre. It's very true.
Yeah, me feed by Winston. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm gonna keep it 100.
That string bass going crazy though. Whoever's playing the string bass, good job. I think it says peanut butter jelly baseball bat. We're in 2007, maybe even earlier than. This is your first time hearing this kid? Oh boy. It's bad. Don't bob your head. I have to tell myself not to bob my head. I hear the ah. Me too. I listened to this album once and I felt like I was betrayed. And I almost went like Judas and hung myself. Because I was just like, I'm not listening to Chance after this. This is the first time I listened to this album since 2019. Shawn Mendes is the best part of this song. It makes it from like a 0 to a 1. Oh, the cat's coming back. Do you want to hang out? You want to listen to Shawn Mendes? Are you basic? Okay, cool. So that song was also bad. That's a 1. So we're back to the 1 territory. So torty. I'm so stupid. So we are now into 4 quarters in the black, which is another skit. It has a score of a 19. So this skit is also bad. And here we go. 4 quarters in the black.
We just had 4 consecutive quarters in the black. Are you kidding me? Hey, wait a minute. Where you going? Come here. No,
yeah, my cat is a basic bitch. Likes Shawn Mendes, apparently. You probably listen to Stitches like every day.
Right? As a matter of fact, no, excuse me. Garçon. Yeah, boy, I'm talking to you. Come here, give me one of them things. You love drinking. Now you know I got to do this. I like to make a toast to this young man. I'm gonna give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Come on.
Give it up. Give it up for Chance.
Look, this is the future. This is the guy who literally.
Oh my gosh, this skit is 2 minutes long.
The decisions he makes,
bruh,
are not necessarily decisions I would have made, or anybody.
No, if Starlight's a 5, I'd honestly be disappointed because I feel like Chance was on a run. With I think there was the song "A Bar About a Bar at a Bar." There was the song "Wraith of Vic Mensa" that was really good. He was on a good creative streak. It sounded like he was returning to form and kind of returning back to the Chicago artist that he was really making good music with. I feel like that part of it is still in Starline Gallery if it still is in that kind of cohesive sound. I think this album, it has to be better than this. Because this, at this point, if I was to give this whole album as a whole as a score, it's like a 2 or a 3 at this point, and I could feel like it can get worse.
But do you ever really think about how it's supposed to all work out?
There was another single he released too. It was more kind of in the sound of more in a jazzy, not a jazzy kind of direction, but kind of going back to his roots. The fact that I'm just talking over this skit tells you it doesn't need to exist.
Don't forget about that veganism. That's 2019.
I clued in at veganism. So 4/4 in the black has no reason to exist. So now we're into 5-Year Plan, which I remember is one of the better tracks on here. Even though it has a 35, I think a lot of this kind of boils down to a lot of people are reviewing the album and just going track by track. And taking the single songs to account, this probably is better than a 35. But when you listen to the full album, it makes every song sound worse and makes you realize how long this album really is. So this is 5-Year Plan, which is with Randy Newman, which I think he made the Toy Story theme song. Maybe I'm completely off track there. But this is 5-Year Plan. So we're on.
Schedule vacations in your 5-year plan. You gotta schedule celebrations in your 5-year plan. You're gonna have several revelations in your first 5 days.
You have a friend in me from the movie. Thank you. I needed that clarification.
There's no time for impatience in your 5-year plan. You got time for hesitation.
It's the Toy Story guy.
A lot of shit came at you.
That's gang. That's my guy.
You be right here praying. Eyes closed right now saying, Lord of Lords, I know you gave abundantly, even gave up your son for me, no need for sacrificing my plans. And I love
There's the Christian rap subgenre that album the year said it had.
Anything you gave to me, they couldn't pry from my hands. Anything you gave to me, I know it's right for my brand. I know shortcuts cut short.
The instrumental is really nice. I will say the instrumental is very serene feeling. And it feels like we're going back to the sound that the album was starting off with.
Time for them weapons, form but not prosper. Time for them lessons, time for them blessings. Time for first, second, third, fourth impressions. Time for reflection, time for confession. Time will heal all. Let's get a good stretch in.
There's parts though that Chance is still sounding really grating on the ears.
Things that's in the way of my goal. Things that eat away in my heart. That's just the way of the art.
The vocal processing on the chorus, the choral vocals too, are a nice touch.
I wish I could play a guitar. I know that I'm gonna be better than I ever was. I told them they're gonna see. I just want everybody love, love, love.
Now that is a good vocal passage from Chance. Like that sounded really good. I know that's probably Randy Newman, and I probably just laughed at a very old man. I feel bad because I feel like Randy Newman's really old. But it's like the thing where James Earl Jones played Mufasa in the new Lion King. Like you should know that a man is too old to perform. Charm. At least I can say I feel bad for saying, yeah, this man is 80 years old. And I feel bad for saying the track fell down when the 80-year-old man showed up. But unfortunately, that's how it went.
Why do worms prefer habitats? Why did it occur where it happened at? Why ain't no apples and apple jacks? Are you ready for the big day? I don't know, but you're well on your way.
The song it's good though.
Really bad.
Someone hurt me really bad, man.
And you don't know what to do.
I don't know, man.
And you think, how have so many people lived through things like this?
Man, he's the DJ Khaled of this album. That's crazy.
Sounds crazy, but it's true.
It is true, bro.
You can get over anything. Almost.
Almost.
I'm telling you the truth.
Thank you, Randy.
The one thing left to say is
In Jesus' name, amen. So, 5-year plan is a good improvement. It's about like a 6 or 7 out of 10. It was not bad. Honestly, the Randy Newman spoken part was probably the only part that you really needed. Why do you have to put this man through the vocal booth to give a very old and weathered vocal performance? I will not offend him, but I think that part really takes the song and kind of makes it dip just a little bit more. But it's definitely the best track since Handsome, and that was 4 tracks ago. So now we get a bag with Cowboy, which again was on the Double XL freshman list. And I remember I listened to one EP from him. I liked one song in particular. He had one song that popped off, but he kind of faded into obscurity. I think he had some kind of ties with Meek Mill as well. Cowboy is on this. Oh no. Oh no. Yo. Yo. Oh no. Little Durk and Nicki Minaj is next. This album is a roller coaster of a mess. Yeah. Please bring Cowboy. I haven't heard Cowboy in ages. Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna show up. Oh boy, yeah. It's now getting to the point where this album is getting incredibly draining to listen to, and I'm starting to lose all enthusiasm. I have my cat, though. That's all that matters. Oh, boy. Track 16. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs left. Okay, here's my cat again. He's suffering, but that's okay. Do you like hearing riff-off Sway Lee? I hope you like riff-off Sway Lee. Yeah, this song, honestly, it's not even bad. It's just boring. Like, it's just really boring. Besides the get up back. And there it is. Sway Lee honestly wouldn't sound bad on this track, but I would also question why Sway Lee is stooping this low. But he has stooped down lower. This song is only 3 minutes and 20 seconds long, but it feels so much longer than that. Yeah, that song was like a 3. That was so incredibly boring. There was some bad vocal performances, but I'm a broken record at this point. So now it's Slide Around with Lil Durk and Nicki Minaj. Don't worry, we'll do an ear cleanser. I'm totally down. Did I just hear a Pierre Bourne? No. Wait a minute. Is that Pierre Bourne? Like, I just had an aside, but that's Pierre Bourne. Yep, there's the squeak. Pierre Bourne is on the big day. That's insane to me.
Gucci slide around. Legit on a jet, I could fly around. Living with some people, I could die around. Living with the people, I'ma die around. I still got hoop dreams. I got mood swings. I could do things. And I'm playing
This beat's nice. It's nice and vibey. It doesn't belong on the album, but it's vibey. This definitely sounds like a Pierre kind of production for sure.
Give me some built-in cleats. You don't need help like cheats. You don't need help like me. Seeks run on my back like beach. My BFM like me. Steady keep growing like chia. Bringing my son to the beach. Never sit in my seat. I cannot be in beach.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Jeez, that's bad. Wow.
Got my hoodie down. Get it goody now. Get into it now. Seven Gucci slide around. Legit on a jet, I could fly around. Living with some people, I could die around. Living with the people, I'ma die around.
It'll be interesting to hear Dirk on this.
Legit on a jet, I could fly around. Living with some people,
I don't know if I've heard Dirk on Pierre Bourne production before, if I'm gonna be honest. Or Nicki, to be honest.
Give me five, it's a vibe. In the hood like drive-bys. I ain't talking waving hands when I'm in Dubai. Bye. With the people that I love, rap them till I die. And I'm fly. When you fly, they give you the side eye. Ooh, I just hit the plug, about to buy a pound. Bendy on my moon, boots higher ground. Pistol on my lap when I ride around. People I could trust when I'm not around. Loco, I go loco.
Yeah, Nicki sounds okay on here.
No, Grammy still a gold though. You see how a true queen and a hoop dream.
It honestly sounds like anything better off. It sounds like a lot better off the stuff from Pink Friday too, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, this sounds pretty decent. I just realized I did hear Nicki Minaj on Pierre Bourne production, and that was on Poke It Out off Dial It.
Back when my bullshit shot out Chicago. Me and my man Griselda and Pablo.
When Chance plays the background and he lets the other features kind of do its thing, like, the album does a lot better for that, which is unfortunate because it's the Chance the Rapper album. But the features are doing a lot more for this album than Chance himself is. Chance, whenever he shows up, makes the album incredibly worse. I don't know about Dirk on this thing, but we'll see.
Name on way he leads. Get here in the car, my seat. Like my pants, no crease. Gotta watch out for leaks. No two fish over eat. Perky 1, 2, 3. New era has a 3. Fuck a bitch, why she bleed? She name is like Lucky. Drink my seeds, yes indeed.
Ew. No, wait a minute. Dirk always has these lines.
Name on way he leads. Get here in the car, my seat. Like my pants, no crease. Gotta watch out for leaks. No two fish over eat. Perky 1, 2, 3.
I'm waiting for it.
Fuck a bitch, why she bleed? She name is like
That's disgusting. I don't care. Dirk always has these lines that are so questionable and out of pocket.
Even though I'm ODB, I put my bitch in Saint Laurent. Smoking gas like Chevron.
That line is now living in my head, and I hate it.
The streets told me I'm the one.
This part's kind of groovy. Nicki Minaj does her thing. Little Dirk, I don't know about Little Dirk. That line is gonna live with me for the rest of the night, unfortunately. But it's like a 4 or 5. Like, the song's not bad. Yeah, but honestly, the best part of that song was the Pierre Bourne production, so I'll give Pierre his flowers on that one. But, yeah, it wasn't bad. Now we're in Sun Come Down. I'm gonna say the Lil Nas X song of the same title is probably better than this.
Without telling you exactly.
Thanks, Kill. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. I know this stream is ages long, but I appreciate you being around. I appreciate Mystic being here as well. even just people just stopping by. Again, this was more of a test stream than anything, so I really appreciate people sticking around. I don't think I've ever heard this song before, and now I think I'm understanding why. We're getting close, though. This is track 18. We're finally getting towards the end.
Please don't let my death be about my death. Please don't make no.
Oh, hey, there's merch.
Please make my death about my life. If you make a move,
there's the Chance 3 hat. They use the album art coasters. Yeah, it is my birthday today. Well, yesterday, but 23rd, but it's technically today as I was recording this. So I'm 27 today. I'm just focused on getting the big day merch right now. That's been a good. It's nice that I can finally rest because I've been at work all day. The fact I'm talking over this song should tell you all you need to know. Although I'm hearing the vocals come back and the choral vocals, it does sound pretty nice. So I will pay attention and hopefully it catches my attention. Any albums I'm looking forward to? I haven't really looked at the release schedule, but I know Porter Robinson is dropping on July 25th, which is a really, I feel like it's going to be one of my favorite listens. An electronic kind of, it's almost going in a punk kind of electronic direction. I'm really excited for that. I'm trying to think. Obviously, if a Kendrick record shows up, I'll be excited for that. I don't know if that's going to happen, however. I'm hoping for a Baby Keem album this year. I'm really hoping for a Baby Keem album. There's a bunch that I'm kind of looking forward to. But I kind of go week by week because I'm trying to listen to as much music as possible this year. Like, I'm listening to so much music this year. I think if I was to give an estimate of how many albums I've listened to in total, I think it's around 75 to 100 this year so far. So I'm trying to listen to as much as possible. Definitely, I would like a Rocky album, that's for sure. It's been way too long for Rocky, and he's been dropping killer features recently, so I would love a Rocky album. Because I still think Testing is honestly my favorite Rocky project. Listening to more with time, it's so incredibly underrated. It's so experimental. It's so much fun to listen to, and Rocky has moments where it just he really blows my mind on Testing. Sun Gone Down was okay. now that we're back. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause for a second because the next song has found a good one, Single No More. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to how shit that song is going to be. So that song was honestly like a 3 or 4 out of 10. It was not bad. It did bring back the cohesive sound that we were looking for at the beginning of the album with kind of the wedding aspect. But now there is Single No More, which I know the hook of this thing exists. Also, Kids Turned Out Fine is an incredible song, especially the slowed down guitar portion that plays for the entire thing. That is just absolutely beautiful. So now we're getting into Single No More, which features SWV and Pretty V. You aren't single no more. Didn't Chance just get divorced too? I think Chance just got divorced. I'm looking this up really quick, which will make this song 10 times funnier. Chance divorce. So yeah, it's true. I'm gonna pause it really quick. I'm going to read a little snippet. So it says the couple married in 2019. Chance the Rapper and wife Kirsten Corley will divorce after 5 years of marriage. And now let us listen to Single No More. And he isn't married no more. That's very sad. Oh my goodness, your tail is going crazy. Here, I'll put you down. You don't have to experience this anymore. It's okay. This may be a 1 out of 10. And this song is 4 minutes long. Oh my goodness. No. This beat is really... I ain't single... Oh, the chorus vocals I ain't single no more is so good. It's not... Just don't let Chance come back, and this song is just like, eh. Now we're listening to a chopped and screwed Chance the Rapper album. Didn't expect that to happen. Oh my goodness. I'm looking... I have 3 tracks left to go. I am so excited for this album to be over so I can just cleanse my ears with something. Chopped and very slopped. I ain't single no more. Single no more. Single no more. And we're just gonna play it out, huh? Oh my gosh. Come on, just end the song already. Jeez. Oh wow, it gets even worse. Oh wow, this is really bad. Oh, that sounds like that Lay Banks Ick song, and that is total trash. So, found a good one. Single No More is a 1 out of 10. That song was also absolutely garbage. It went on for so incredibly long, and then the breakdown just made it even worse. I thought the breakdown would make it at least end off on a slightly more notable thing, but that really didn't happen. So Town on the Hill is next. It's just about 3 minutes long, thank goodness. And then we have a skit that's a minute long, and then we have Zannies and Fools, which is almost over 5 minutes long. So let's get this over with. So this is track 20. Track 20 of 22. Beat's nice. So far, so good. That sounds really nice. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You ruined it. You fucking fucking ruined it. That sounded absolutely beautiful, and you ruin it. It does actually sound a lot like Moon. I'm not even gonna. You're right. It does sound a little bit like Moon, but it's just ruined. I feel like we're back in church. I'm gonna get the palate cleanser ready while he just moans in my ears. Man, what do I play?
They built a town on top of a hill. It was yellow and hue, 'cause it was bursting with light. And
Let me see there.
What a magnificent sight. 'Cause it reminds me of you, I guess. Thank you, Father.
Oh, the beat is so good. Who produced this?
You really love me, Father. Father.
Oh, Texas Blue, like. Oh, you're talking Quedeca. I can play that. I'd be fine with that, to be honest. I just need to find out who produced this. I find out why this song sounds so good. The production is Justin Vernon, which is Bon Iver. That is exactly why this song sounds so good. Highest rated song on this, I think, was honestly the very first song. No, the highest rated song was "Do You Remember" with Def Cab for Cutie, which also is my favorite song. I gave it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It was actually pretty good. So that was the highest rated "Do You Remember," and then the lowest rated is actually this skit right now is the worst rated song on this album. So I'm gonna restart it so I can live through the pain.
Hello? Yeah, girl, I'm still at this damn wedding. I knew. Shit, divorces don't even take this long. Hey, slow down.
No way.
Come on, girl, let me call you back. I ain't done left a little one.
No way. It just plays it. Man, that's the most well-aged skit I know of this album.
Well, that is a very pretty dress you have on. And a very pretty dog. My daughter used to have a dog just like that.
I used to have dolls at my mommy's house and my daddy's house. Now I only have one house and all my dolls are all together.
Oh my gosh. I could why this is the lowest rated.
And that's what I want to play with.
Wow. That was bad. So another terrible skit. All these skits are terrible. Town on the Hill, I think I would probably give like a 2. Our House is definitely a 1. Out of all of the skits, and all of them were bad, that is by far the worst one. And now we're on to Zannies and Fools, which is the last track, which features Nicki Minaj and Dixon. I also believe this features Bon Iver in some kind of fashion. Just gonna look here. Produced by Nate Fox. Maybe he isn't on this thing, which is very unfortunate, because I was at least looking forward to the last track for that reason, but apparently he's not on here. So I guess I'll suffer for 5 minutes. But we made it. And I will look up Texas Blue. All right. Not bad.
I'm so powerful every time I look at you. No memory of anything I couldn't do.
Singing's really good. I think this is probably Dixon. Sounds really good.
So possible.
Excuse me? Now we're in the Rainforest Cafe, apparently. Boomafoo.
Once upon a time I wasn't sure of myself. I would always claim I never had no help. Look into the mirror.
The vibe that it went off with is now completely dead, which is a total shame. It's the same thing that happened with Church on a Hill or whatever. This part isn't bad. There's some parts of the song I really like. It just doesn't fit Chance's like rapping, especially when he's rapping fast. It doesn't really match all that well.
After we arrived and after standing around, the lady took a glass and told us gather around for a special performance from my daughter. She said it proud, but tonight they know my daughter's tonight.
Actually, now I think about it, Chance is doing better rapping than he has on this entire album on here. He does sound better at rapping on this kind of song here, but it's not saying much considering it's the big day. Oh, the cat is returning. Are you returning? You heard the Jungle Book ass beat and it's just like, yeah, I'll return. How long is left in this song? 2 minutes left. We're almost there. Oh, hey, you're making a full-on appearance now. You want to say anything? You've been listening to this. What do you think of it? The cat just wants to go to bed. That's why she's waiting for me at this point. She's just waiting to go to bed. Right, Toby? This is Toby Lou. Toby Lou, by the way.
Trinidad, had to fly to Canada and sneak into the land of the free and of the brave, feet under the sand. And I came and realized ain't nothing free in the land. Dreams to making money, had to split it with Sam. All that making a band, yeah, I could have did it, but damn, rather really be on the come up, had to stick to the plan. But I'm rocking with Fendi now, Fendi know I'm a brand. That's how God do.
Not bad.
Top two, and I ain't number two, conquer rapped in the pop two. Who gon' stop who? Get off cock deuces, itty bitty piggy giving bitches what they bop to. I met my husband when I was 17.
I think this song is censored. Now I'm hearing it. I think there's little bits of it that are censored. But this is actually a pretty decent closer. I completely forgot that this album is about weddings and marriage and all that, though. That's the big problem. But this is decent. I think Nicki is going to finish off the album too. It's not a chance. All right. So we have made it through The Big Day by Chance the Rapper. And this came out, I think, well, it came out in July. But To say that I'm glad that I revisited this album, no. The songs that I knew I would like, I still do like. My favorite song on here is still "Do You Remember" with Def Cap for Cutie. That's probably my favorite song on here. That is the most fully fleshed out and one of the best sounding songs. Again, the album puts its best foot forward with "Do You Remember" with Def Cap. The worst song on here is definitely the title track. There are so many moments on this album where I don't know where it's going sonically. I don't know where it's going lyrically, even at this point. The skits make absolutely no sense, and they are grating on the ears and make this album drag on much longer than it needs to. And Chance is his own worst enemy on this album when it comes to his vocal performances. You do get some really terrible lines mixed in here, but I think the biggest problem is how Chance uses his voice. And with Chance's voice, it's a very thin line, and he's managed to navigate it very well to where it doesn't sound grating, it doesn't sound annoying, or it doesn't sound like nails on a chalkboard. But on the big day here, he has fallen off of the side, and now all of the vocal performances, most of them on this album, fall into a point where it sounds absolutely atrocious, awful, and the endearing qualities that Chance the Rapper has vocally are completely gone in this album. I give this album a 2 out of 10. This album is terrible. Especially too that this album is an hour and 17 minutes long. It feels a lot longer than that. So let us cleanse our ears. I'm going to turn up the volume because I like to listen to good music loud. So this is Texas Blue. This is Quedeca and Kevin Abstract. This is actually on my top songs of the year list, actually. This is one of my favorite songs of the year. So I am totally fine just cleansing my ear with this. Also, keep in mind, too, this song is the exact same length as the most recent song that we listened to, which is Zannies and Fools. So let's just enjoy it. Oh, he was at Coachella. That's fire.
Waking up next to you.
I was gonna close my eyes.
Am I complex to you? Scratches on your back. The sun peeking through. Sagging back at your ears. X-rated preview.
Oh, it's such a night and day difference. The cycling piano is fantastic. Yeah, no, Scrapyard's a fantastic album. It's in my top albums of the year, too. Which is probably going to be like my top albums of the year will probably be 50 to 75 albums long. There's so many great albums this year. And the violin, too. Oh, that's so good. And I think that's some kind of flute. Man, that is beautiful.
I'm going missing. Second I get it, I gotta give it to you. Watching you dancing up there, changing direction, you painting the sky with your head. Watching you dancing, waking up next to you, colder than Texas blue. Purple tea in the cup, green was an indica. New pair of dreams, we burned it all up.
Oh yeah, I can imagine just the live instrumentation with all of this would just sound just so majestic sounding. I can only imagine. Quebec is still in that smaller kind of territory when it comes to an artist, so I'm hoping he comes to Montreal at some point because I would love to go to Montreal to see him. Yeah, I'm up in Canada. I'm up in Ontario. I am right near Ottawa. And no one comes to Ottawa, so I need to go to Montreal to go experience concerts. Oh, W, nice. I've always wanted to go to Alberta. I have quite a few family members there. Oh, definitely Vancouver for sure. Vancouver would definitely be the best spot if you want to catch them live. Would probably be your best bet. It's almost, I'm gonna be completely honest, I completely forgot I listened to The Big Day for a little bit. That's how good this song is. And that track was 5 minutes long and he didn't even notice. Now I feel like I just want to listen to Scrapyard. Alright, so that was my first stream I've ever done. It actually was quite a bit of fun. I'm going to definitely do this again. But thank you, Mystic, for watching. Thank you for others that did pop in. I really appreciate giving this first trial run of a stream going. It was a lot of fun to do, so I may do this tomorrow, honestly. I'll pick out an album. Hopefully, I'll see if I either pick a bad album or a good album. We shall see. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and listening. It was a lot of fun. And I will see you again next time. And look out for new videos and stuff like that. I'll probably be posting a lot of videos coming up pretty soon. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.